Hello, and welcome to the Banker's View from Sibos video series, filmed here on location in London. I'm Joy Macknight, Managing Editor at The Banker, and I'm joined by Eva Rubio, who's Global Head of Global Transaction Banking at BBVA, to talk about the hot topics here at Sibos. Eva, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, Joy.
So what would you say are the hot topics this year in London?
Well, this is a very interesting day with a lot of debates of great value to talk about the opportunities of the industry. About all, I have followed very closely open banking and also how to monetize that data, and of course cybersecurity and regulation.
Yeah. So what would you say are emerging technologies that are making the biggest impact in transaction banking today?
Yeah, well, I will highlight some of them. The cloud technology, I think, is one of the most important, especially to gain scale, to manage this high growth environment of a lot of transaction, massive processes, and also an efficient way to manage the seasonality and the peak of the operation. But also the non-SQL technology that allow to have use of cases of real-time analysis, projections, and the fraud detection is quite important. And also DLT, blockchains, although the entity have been trying to do a lot of pilots, trying how it works in a very complicated multi-parties, multi-product environment. And I think all of us are learning about this, but still I feel there is a lack of scale and maybe cooperation to move forward on this side.
And obviously technology is one driver of change in transaction banking, but what would you say are the other drivers of change?
Well, the sector is trying to improve some of the paradigms that has marked the way of doing business in the past. For example, time to market in some processes like real-time payment, real-time analysis, dynamic pricing, and of course customer experience. We want to be more transparent, traceable, efficient, but right now there are sources that is helping us to move forward and to gain speed. I will say that the first one is growth. Transaction banking has been growing in the last years compared with other wholesale business. This is the business that has the best performance, and we think will continue doing so. So this is putting more interest, more investment, more focus on all the entities, more competition also to improve and to foster innovation in the sector. But also the client is changing, and the client is transforming. The client are transforming themselves and asking the banks to change, to be more accessible, more simple, more efficient, and this is also a necessity for us. And we have new competitors. The fintech ecosystem is really putting on the market new products that are giving a good customer experience and are based on new processes, new technology, with a more agile approach. They are quick to deliver those products. And finally, I will say regulation. In some aspect, like open banking, APIs, the regulation puts a control environment to boost the innovation also.
Excellent. And you recently took up the role as heading up the global transaction banking arena for BBVA. Sort of what are your plans for the next 6 months?
Well, at BBVA we are focused in 3 lines. We want to drive the cross-border business. It's one of our sources of growth that allow us to accompany the global clients in the countries where they want to do business. As we have a footprint with presence in Latin America, US, Europe, Turkey, Asia, we can be in the main corridor of trade and help them to find solutions. This is one line. The second, we want to strengthen our capabilities in terms of advisory, transactional advisory, and specialized solution. I mean, we have to understand better the ecosystem of the clients, which are their needs, and put all our capabilities together to find a better solution for their needs. And of course, keeping investing in platform, in the local, in the global, trying to cope with the day-to-day, with the transformation.
Excellent. Okay. My last question is really, in your previous role in BBVA, you were looking at sort of transforming the workforce. How do you think transaction banks can create this workforce of the future?
Yeah, well, that's a very important topic. I think all of the managers have to have that in the agenda. We have been working in many aspects. One important is to rethink the talent acquisition processes. We need to incorporate the different educational background, new skills, and we need to compete with other sectors are more attractive than the banks and even the transactional banking. So this is the one important part, but also we need to invest in our people. We need to invest in the reskilling of our workforce and put a lot of effort to training, to give training, and training is a strategic driver to keep everybody updated and be able to accompany the transformation. And I will say that also we need to think in soft skills that are very important in this environment. I mean, we need a skill like entrepreneurship, agile mindset that really help to move forward, to be more quick in the implementation of the transformation. And at BBVA we have been focused on agile methodologies and agile organization with good results.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your insights, Eva.
Thank you very much.